Yo, what's going on, you guys? And welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And today's episode, we're doing another news edition of Anime Plus, where basically every single Tuesday we do our regular pods with me and Owen. And then on Thursdays, which, this one's coming out a little bit later, but nonetheless, we do a bunch of news coverage regarding anime, sometimes video games, sometimes pop culture, and other cool shit that we find interesting. But yeah, this episode is a little bit different just because Owen's not here. I know he wasn't here in the last episode for the news edition as well, but it's all good. We're gonna keep the ball rolling and we're gonna go from here. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy A Ray. I'm the co-host of Anime Plus. We usually have Owen, but it's all good. He's a little bit busy right now, but we finna go through this week. We have some good news. Obviously, a lot just happened in the past week or so. So I guess we'll start there. So the first article I have for you guys today is about Gear 5. So obviously, over the weekend we had One Piece Gear 5 episode just dropped, episode 1071. And there was a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but something along the lines of that regarding Gear 5, whether or not it broke the internet or not. And if you guys want to see our honest thoughts on Gear 5, we just did a pod on Tuesday, which is already out. So you guys can listen to that. Join our Discord and let us know your guys' opinion on that episode, which by the way, we did a watch party for. But yeah, that's enough self-advertisement right there, you feel me? But yeah, there's a lot of controversy regarding this episode, whether or not it broke the internet. And in the previous episode, I mentioned that, there's this one Instagram page that I follow. I can't remember the exact name. I'll look it up while I'm, talking right now. But that specific page said that over 70 websites actually crashed due to, this episode dropping. And there were a lot of people that on the other side of things that dislike One Piece or just want to be trolls or whatever. They were saying that, oh, this is what One Piece was doing because it honestly, we feel like it didn't live up to expectations and whatnot. And most of the websites didn't really crash for that long. A lot of people were able to, including ourselves, we were able to get on Crunchyroll within a couple of minutes of it launching. So I decided to do a little bit more of a deep dive and kind of figure out whether or not it did break the internet for any one of you guys that actually care about it. But yeah, I guess we'll start there. So I found this article out here talking about whether or not it broke the internet. And by the way, that user is Animanga underscore leaks. So shout out to him. But yeah, it looks like it did actually crash a bunch of websites. Obviously, there's a ton of pirating websites out there. Most of those crashed, and it looked like Crunchyroll crashed for a little bit as well. Again, I mentioned I was able to get on there pretty quickly, so I don't think it crashed that badly. But other than that, it reached number 3 and number 5 on trending for Twitter, which is pretty impressive. It also reached 100,000 tweets in mere minutes after airing, which is absolutely like crazy. So yeah, and I guess in that aspect, you want to put it that way, it did break the internet. Obviously, not as much as we expected to. Who knows? Maybe they were preparing for this for years, or I don't want to say years, but for a while. You know what I mean? But yeah, who really knows, man? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter as long as you enjoy the content. But we are getting another Gear 5 episode coming out. Probably by the time you listen to this, it already dropped, and you'll know whether or not it broke the internet. But I'd say me and owner anticipating that to have a similar kind of a similar effect. But I don't know if it'll completely break it, but it will have a lot of it will basically be trending if I had to say so. But yeah, that's enough about One Piece Gear 5. We've been hearing a lot about it for the past few weeks, so I'm going to drop that and hop into the next article. All right, so this one's really cool. This is Kaiju number 8 we're going to be talking about. So we got some news that's coming out in April of 2024. Obviously, this is a really popular manga series. We did a top 10 selling manga of 2022, and I believe this was number 9 or 10, if I'm not wrong. So obviously, top 10 is still really impressive. And we're finally getting the anime for it coming out in April 2024. We got a lot of the character their visualizations dropped, so honestly they're really cool. We also got a trailer which it was pretty hyped. We posted it on our Instagram, so if you guys want to follow us there. But yeah, for those of you guys that don't know Kaiju number 8, let me quickly read the synopsis. So here it is over here. A man working a job far removed from his childhood dreams gets wrapped up in an unexpected situation. Becoming a monster, he aims once again to fulfill his lifelong dream. So honestly, it seems pretty interesting. Obviously, the characters look really cool. For those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. But they do look really cool. It honestly reminds me of like a different version of Attack on Titan, where obviously Eren turns into a Titan. but in this case, this guy turns into a monster. And a lot of people call it Kaiju number 8, monster number 8. So that's just another way of translating it. But yeah, other than that, seems really cool. I don't really know too much about it, but I am excited for this anime to drop. All right, so let's get into the next one. So this next one is a pretty big event that's happening in the anime community. That is Aniplex is doing their annual Aniplex Online Fest, and that's going to be again, that's going to be this year in September 10th. We have a ton of stuff coming out. Obviously, there's going to be anime announcement, other cool announcements and things like that. But just to kind of go through some of them, you know, we have a ton of voice actors. I'm not going to list every single one just because I don't really know all the voice actors by name. But what we will say in this episode is we'll mention all the works that are coming out in this event. So first of all, we got Blue Exorcist, which is straight up peak. It's been a minute since we got Blue Exorcist, so I'm pretty hyped. I know we got an announcement that like an original anime adaptation was coming. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reboot or it's supposed to be a new season. What a lot of people don't know is the second season is not actually canon to the manga. They kind of went on their own little tangent, I guess. They started their own story. So I don't know if they're going to do a proper second season. I guess we'll have to find out for this event whether or not we'll get some clarity. I guess that remains to be seen, but some good news for Blue Exorcist fans out there. Next one, we got My New Boss is Goofy. Then we got A Tree, My Dear Moments. And I'm kind of just going through some of these ones because I don't really know what they are. Then we got Solo Leveling, which is absolutely fire. That's the first webtoon I ever read, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I'm pretty hyped for that. If I'm not wrong, that's coming out in January 2024. So two anime seasons from now. So not too bad. Then we got A Returner's Magic should be special. We got Black Butler, 16-bit Sensation, Another Layer. Then we got Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid. Delico's Nursery, The Elusive Samurai, which is another really popular weekly shonen manga. Then we got Hypnosis Mike Division Rap Battle Rhyme Anima Plus. That sounds crazy. Then we got Heat the Pig Liver. Then we got The Concierge at Hokyaku Department Store. Then we got Demon Lord 2099. We got some news on Martial Magic of Muscles, which I'm assuming they're just going to give some more information on the core 2 that's coming out in January 2024. And then we've got Puella Magi Madoka Magica, the movie. I'm not going to even say the entire title. That word is just absolutely atrocious. It's a crazy word. And then we got The Demon Prince of Momochi House, Unite Up. And lastly, we got Rurouni Kenshin, which is currently airing right now. So we got over 20 anime titles. You already know it's about to be crazy. Hopefully we got a lot of more information on some of these upcoming anime, and yeah, let's have fun in that event. But obviously, you know, you guys know us. We'll cover all of that on the Instagram. If you guys don't want to go to the actual event, we got you guys covered. All right, so the next article we'll cover is about cosplaying. Honestly, I don't know anything about cosplaying, but I feel like this is pretty relevant to the anime community. We have a ton of cool cosplayer people out there. I know one of our recent buddies that was recently on the pod. You know, he's a voice actor. He pulled up to an anime con in a really cool cosplay. So, in his honor and everyone else that does cosplaying, I kind of wanted to go over this news. So we'll start this off by saying I guess they have like a world cosplay summit 2023. So we got some winners there. First place goes to the grand champion. We got the UK winning. Second place is Latvia. Third place is Mexico. And yeah, damn, that's crazy. No United States out here. That's tough, man. But there are some other categories, and I don't really know too much about cosplaying, but I might as well just say it. So we got the can't even talk. The alumni category, that was Latvia. We got the action category, Indonesia. We got that dramatic category, Vietnam. The sound and direction category is Belgium. The costume making category is UK. The best armor category is Portugal. Shout out Cristiano Ronaldo. And then we got celebrating the joy of cosplay category is Brazil. And lastly, the Holiday Matsuri Award is South Korea. So pretty cool here. If you guys want the links for all these articles, will be in the description. We have some of the pictures of the cosplaying winners. So if you guys want to check out how they looked and how the costumes look, then you guys have to, you know, check out the link in the description, and it's all right here for you guys. But let's hop into the next article. All right, so this one is pretty hyped. You know, we got a lot of My Hero fans out there. And this is some news for you guys. We are getting a fourth anime film for My Hero Academia. That's actually crazy. They have 4 films. I feel like a lot of shonen nowadays don't have that many films. Modern day shonen, I'm talking about. Like obviously, there's Naruto, which has like so many different films, and Dragon Ball that has so many. But thinking about it closely, Black Clover has one. I don't. Jujutsu Kaisen has one. I don't even think Chainsaw Man has one. Obviously, a little bit earlier, but this is the fourth one for Black Clover. And just to kind of follow up on the story or I guess the stuff behind this upcoming film, let me just read this quick excerpt from this article. So I guess the original manga creator, obviously named Kohei Horikoshi, he'll serve as the general supervisor and original character designer of this movie. The film will have an original story that will take place around the same time as where the TV anime is currently, with the collapse of the Safe Society. So I guess this is at the end of season 6, right before season 7 is coming. Obviously, we got an announcement not too long ago that season 7 of My Hero is coming. So if I had to assume, this film will drop in the middle of when the new season will come. I don't really know, but I guess we'll have to find out. But it seems like a good spot to put that film. But yeah, if you are a My Hero fan, time to get hype. 4 movies is actually crazy. All right, so next up, we got a lot of Pokemon news actually, which is pretty crazy. They've been putting out some crazy news as of late. Obviously, we talked about Pokemon Sleep, and we talked about a couple other cool news regarding Pokemon. But in this one in particular, we got 2 pieces of news. Actually, we have way more than that in this episode, but let's start off with this one. So first of all, we are getting an original web anime based off of the Paldea region. I guess it's called Paldea Wins. And this is coming to YouTube on September 6th. It's going to be 4 episodes, so pretty short. Honestly, man, Paldea was a pretty cool region. If you had a game Scarlet or Violet, I know I enjoyed it. It seems definitely unique, and obviously Ash is not going to be in these episodes, so it's going to be different for sure. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool. Pokemon's still out here killing it. Next up, they have some new DLC announcements. So it looks like it's called the Teal Mask. That's the first part of the game's new The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC, which is coming out September 13th. And then I guess the second part is called the Indigo Disc. Damn, so the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc. So I guess we're going with the color theme over here. But yeah, if you play the game, you guys know that Area Zero is pretty wild. And I guess this is some DLC to kind of explore that. Seems pretty cool. Other than that, we got some other Pokemon news. We're getting a new short animated series called Pokemon Path to the Peak, which is also coming on YouTube on August 11th. Honestly, that's kind of crazy that they're putting out episodes onto YouTube. And I guess that means they're all free to watch. They're not on any streaming platform. But yeah, this specific series is going to be based off of the trading card game, and I guess they're basing it even specifically off of the trading card game they used to have on the app. It's called Pokemon Trading Card Live, and that's an app that you can download. I looked into that just because the app seems really cool, but I guess that the service ended as of June 5th, so I don't even know if you can play the game anymore. I don't know, but I guess it was successful enough to have a short animated series off of it. And just kind of looking at the picture, yeah, it looks animated very differently than your typical anime. It almost looks cartoony-ish. And obviously Ash is not going to be in this one either. But yeah, it is what it is. The Pokemon franchise is trying to do a little bit more past Ash. And I guess we just got to accept it as Pokemon fans, but it is what it is. All right. So the last piece of Pokemon news is we are talking about Pokemon Go, and they just are recently, or first of all, they've been killing it. If you guys don't know Pokemon Go, man, y'all weren't around during 2019 or wherever that popped up. That game was hella fun. Or was it 2018? I don't remember. But nonetheless, they are adding the Paldea region in September. So it looks like Pokemon is going to work in September. 2 films, or not film, 2 short series. We got some DLC content for Scarlet and Violet, and then now we are getting Paldea region for September. So September is definitely a crazy month if you all are a Pokemon fan. But yeah, that's pretty much it. For the Pokemon news, that's actually crazy. They were able to pump out the Paldea region pretty fast. It's pretty impressive. All right, so let's get into the final news for this episode. So this one is honestly seems pretty cool. We are getting a new anime adaptation. The name of the anime is Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again. That honestly seems like a very wholesome anime, but I did a little bit more research and I read this article, and I guess it's a comedy manga, so it might not be as wholesome as we think, or it might be like kind of a blend between a comedy and a wholesome anime. Either way, it seems pretty cool. Old people are just the best. You feel me? I love old people. Wait, not like y'all know what I mean. But yeah, let's quickly read the synopsis out here. All right, so the synopsis goes like this. The comedy manga centers on an old husband and wife who live a quiet life in Aomori harvesting apples. One day they wake up and find their physical age restored to their 20s. So obviously, if it's a comedy manga, I'd have to assume that they're probably playing on a lot of the tropes of like, old people not knowing how to do modern things like work a phone, things like that. But yeah, it does seem like a pretty interesting anime. I'll have to if I don't know, man. I'll probably wait for it to come out. And if a lot of people are saying it's wholesome, I feel like I might give it a shot because I've been in the mood to watch some wholesome anime. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. We had a lot of good news. Obviously, the One Piece. We got Kaiju number 8, which is hype. We're getting a bunch of anime announcements on, I think it was September 8th or whenever the Aniplex announcement or that whatever it is, Aniplex Online Fest is happening. Cosplay winners, My Hero, Pokemon news, and this new anime adaptation over here. But yeah, again, all the links will be in the description. If you guys want to check out our Discord, please do. It's honestly getting really fun out there. We just had our second watch party. We are planning to do some gaming sessions, which will be really cool. I think we're gonna do Dead by Daylight, which would be honestly really hype, and then we'll move on to some other games from there. But yeah, we really want you guys in our community. That's what we're all about, honestly. Just finding like-minded people, kind of just hanging out, chilling, going over new episodes or series and kind of just hanging out, or it doesn't have to be anime related at all. We have a sports chat, traveling chat, whatever, man. Y'all get the point. Join the Discord. I ain't gonna ramble too much on it, but we definitely want to see you guys there. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Anime Plus. Peace.